Elements and Structure of Story by me, Elisa LaRue. When you're reading a story, there might be particular things that you might enjoy more than others. Now, what I'm talking about is not just the way that the author is writing, but also the characters, the plot, the theme, setting, style and tone. All those things are very important in a story, and no one really thinks about them too much unless it's usually when someone comes across a bad story. When you're reading a story, you want to have, a couple little details about the characters so you can get a feel for them and you can kind of imagine it in your head. A good character makes a good story. Maybe a weakness, a bit of that in a character too could be exciting, and it's more appealing to the reader because, no one is perfect and everyone does have flaws. So it makes it more appealing because it's more relatable. Is very important as well. We are very visual. When we are reading, we cannot see the people, we're picturing it in our heads. So you want to have particular words to define a character. You want a specific mood for the moment and stuff to help us visualize it better, how the story is. To picture things in our minds and stuff like that and create a different world when we're reading. The setting does play a very important role in taking you into that book or movie or anything like that. It really draws you in. But what is also very important is the style and the tone of it will also help you remember where it is and how people are speaking to each other. Maybe it's an old style book and you want to be more drawn into that, so you can kind of get a feeling for the time and you can kind of feel more connected to the characters in that way. You want your story to have balance when you're reading it. You don't want it to be kind of all over the place, like I said before, with a theme. You want it to be consistent. If the story structure, if we have action in the beginning and then it kind of deteriorates and then it goes into not so much action and then it gets really boring, the book is you're not going to want to read the rest of it. You need to build up to the action. You have to have the beginning, and then you have to have some conflict and then the climax, and then you have a resolution and the end at the end. So it should follow that kind of particular pattern. Ending is also very important and a very important element of a story. But if the ending is not good, it completely ruins the experience for you. So you want to have a good ending of a story. It doesn't have to particularly be a positive ending, but it needs to have morals, and it should be pretty clear of the meaning of the story.